Hey, my carnaceous connoisseurs of all things tubular, it's your hot dog host, Twan. And today we're making a Wagyu beef Japanese style hot dog. Oh my goodness, everyone. Japanese hot dogs. If you've never had a Japanese style hot dog, you're in for a treat, so stick around. This is the Hot Dog Show. So I was down at my local butcher shop, and every time I'm down there, I'm always looking for different kinds of hot dogs. They make their own hot dogs. They've got the Vienna beef hot dogs. They've got the natural casing. And this time when I went down, I just hit the mother load. We've got Wagyu beef hot dogs.
This is Wagyu beef, one of the most expensive meats in the world. Produced in Japan and prized for its rich marbling and buttery taste, high-grade Wagyu can cost up to $200 per pound.
Now, I don't know. I looked at the price tag and I was like, come on, $20 for hot dogs? But you do get a pack of 8, which is pretty great. And it's a whole pound of hot dogs. And these are pretty beefy hot dogs. So worth it? I don't know. But I can tell you one thing. The recipe that we're making today is going to be delicious. We're starting with the all-beef Wagyu hot dogs, of course. We are going to make a Ponzu barbecue sauce with a spicy sriracha mayo. We're also going to be making a Miso-Ginger Dressing to go over a slaw that's going on the top of this dog. And we're going to top it with some black sesame seeds. And we're going to garnish with some red Fresno peppers. This thing is going to be delicious, so let's just get to it. Let's get after it. All right, what we're actually going to do is we've got our water heating up here. If you've watched any of the other hot dog shows, you know that we like to get our dogs in the water first because number one, get some nice and steamy. Dang, these are some thick dogs, man. Look at these babies. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna get them in, get them plumped up. Once they're all plumped up, we are going to get them on the griddle and we're going to get them nice and crispy, and it's going to be great. So the dogs are in the water, and what we're going to be starting with first is our Ponzu barbecue sauce. So first things first, we've got a little bit of corn syrup. Corn syrup is just sugar, basically sugar water. And we're gonna put a little bit of this in for some sweetness. Probably about, I don't know, a couple tablespoons. And then we're gonna go in, and this is super simple. There's nothing hard about this barbecue sauce at all. We've got our Ponzu sauce, which is a citrusy soy type of sauce, and we're gonna go in heavy with this. Probably about, I'd say about a quarter cup, maybe 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons. Anyway, I will put the recipe down at the bottom because we just like to wing it around here. And then next up, we've got soy sauce glaze. So soy sauce glaze is actually just a thicker soy sauce, and it'll thicken up our sauce and make it super, super duper thick and barbecue like. Now the one thing I can tell you is that the corn syrup, it'll take a little bit of time for that to dissolve into our sauce. And I'm not going to add any heat in this because a lot of times, you know, with all the other heat that we're going to be adding in, we've got some red pepper, we've got some sambal. It's going to go into the dressing for our slaw, so that's going to be something else as well. So we just give that a good stir, good mix, and look at that. That's pretty good. Let's give that a taste, see where we're at. We could actually use a little more of the corn syrup. Just because we want this to be kind of sweet, sticky. It's gonna go on the top of our dog. It's gonna go on as like a drizzle. And it's gonna add some of that umami flavor that we wanna have from like the soy, from the ponzu. And, but we do want it to be a little sweet. That's looking good. Let's try that now. Perfect. All right, next up, we're gonna bring in our sriracha, spicy sriracha mayo. This is simple, super, super simple. Actually, let me use this guy first. So we're gonna start with a healthy dose of Japanese mayo. That's probably about a 1/4 cup. I'm just gonna use the rest of what I've got there. And, oh damn. Oh my God.
It's burning my eyes!
You gotta be careful about that. Oh shit, that went right in my eye. Okay, anyway. So we're gonna go in with with our sriracha. We've got about a 1/4 cup of the mayo and about a tablespoon of sriracha. Now, I've got about I don't know, like maybe about a 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper powder. I'm gonna give that a quick stir. And this is gonna be similar to like what you have on top of like when you go get sushi. If you go grab sushi at a sushi restaurant, you're gonna have like kind of this spicy mayo. Oh, I almost forgot. We're actually gonna do wasabi as well on this. So we've got this just wasabi sauce, and it's gonna be great as well. I think this is gonna add like that real element of having that like almost like that sushi vibe. I love it. It's gonna be great. All right. Well, next up, we're just gonna cut up our vegetables and get them ready. So we've got this angel hair coleslaw, and it's just cabbage. It's just green cabbage that's really, really finely diced, sliced, mandolin probably. And that I want something like this because I want something that's going to be super. I don't want it to be like super thick and chunky on the top. I want the crunch from it, and I think it's gonna look nice, and it's gonna provide a lot of great texture for the top of this dog. So we're gonna start with just a bunch of that. Man, that's gonna make a pretty good amount. All right, so we've got our sliced cabbage. I think that is gonna be perfect. I mean, this looks like a great texture. And we're gonna be making this miso. So we went to the Asian market this morning, picked up some light miso, white soybean miso, and we're gonna start with 2 tablespoons of the miso, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, and a couple shots of some neutral oil. I'm using avocado oil. 3 tablespoons of water, and a couple of tablespoons. Actually, it's about just a little bit over a clove of garlic. We've got 3 good tablespoons of ginger. We really want to have a lot of ginger, and then I'm going to mix in some sambal. This is going to give it some spice. This is just like a chili. This is just like an Asian chili paste, and it's really good. So a little sambal, Asian chili paste. You can pick up most all of this stuff at your local grocer, and yeah, it's good. It gives you that beautiful Asian, all of the beautiful Asian flavors together. And the miso is just gonna be, it's just a great flavor to go into a slaw, especially for like a Japanese dog. And the oil is gonna give it like a little bit of a sheen, which is gonna coat all of that stuff really nicely. So last and certainly not least, so we're gonna just use a little bit of our sesame oil. A little bit of sesame oil goes a long way. So I like to give it about 3 dashes of that. And we're gonna give this a taste. Keep in mind our Ponzu barbecue sauce is pretty sweet. So we're gonna go in with a little, we've got a lot of acid in this particular dressing.
You just ate the most acid I've ever seen anybody eat in my life.
And so we're gonna go in with just a little bit of sugar. That's about a quarter teaspoon of sugar. Let's give this a taste. Oh man, that's gonna be so good. All right, so we're ready to mix up our slaw, and I'm not making a full batch here, so I'm going to only use a little bit of my dressing, but we're gonna go in with just a little bit of our dressing here. We're gonna dress it pretty lightly, I think. We'll start there and see how that goes. And then we're just gonna give this a really, really good mix. And I might have to go in. Now, I'm just using cabbage on this. You can, I know a lot of people use daikon radish. It would be an amazing crunch to put in there. You can use jicama. You can also, just if you need a good crunch and you can't find either of those vegetables, you could use like a carrot and just dice it up and make sure that it's nice and thinly, actually don't dice it, I'm sorry. Julienne your carrot up and make nice little thin carrot strips, and you get that and put that on there. So this is looking pretty good to me. We've got it all mixed up. Now, the last thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in some black sesame seeds. This is just gonna give it beautiful color, great contrast, and it's gonna give it a little bit of that sesame flavor, which we've got in our dressing as well. And that looks so cool. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be amazing crunch on this dog. So something I'm really excited about is my friend John. He spent the time to make Japanese milk bread buns for me. And the last time I used these, I was just, oh, it's so good. They're so sweet and so, the bread is so dense but airy. And but one of the things that I realized is when I did this last time is giving it a little bit of the slice on the top, just like that. Because what we want to do is we're going to grab some butter out of the fridge, and we're going to just take the top of this bun on our heated up griddle over here, and we're going to give it a great toast. So we're going to let that sit for just a little bit and get nice and toasty on the top. And that's a hot griddle. That dog, this bun is going fast. So while that's happening, I did make up two of these dogs because I was like, you know what? I mean, what's the deal with this? What's the deal with a Wagyu hot dog? What makes it so much better than a regular hot dog? And so I'm gonna take a little slice of one, and we're just gonna eat it and see what it's like before we put it on this dog. Interesting. So the dog itself is a little more dense than what a regular hot dog would be. Definitely has hot dog flavor, and that's really good. Super beefy, actually. Very interesting. Definitely a good hot dog. All right. Oh man, our bun is looking nice and toasty. I think we did a pretty good job on it. Okay, so for our dog, we want to do, these are skinless. So when I do skinless, I like to do that. Oh my God, look at that. You know what? There's quite a bit of juice coming out of this dog. That's interesting. This one's actually juicier than the other one. All right, we've got our dog scored, and we're just gonna get it down on this grill. And for that, you know how we like to do. We gotta do it this way. And this won't take long because we've already got it warm. This dog is already plump, and it's ready to go. So I've already put my sauces in our little 4-ounce tubes. You can get these on Amazon. Check the links below. We do get a little bit of a kickback if you buy some of these. They're really great. They're cool. For the wasabi, what I did is I just put in and brought this wasabi sauce here. It's a great sauce. Kikkoman, and it does exactly what I need to do, but I just put it into our little 4-ounce bottle because I want to get it on the dog and do a little bit of our art. And this hot dog is cooking up nicely. So my slaw has been sitting for about 30 minutes. It's looking perfect. It's looking really good. So we're gonna get our slaw going. We'll get our dog on here and take another bite of hot dog. Oh, I can't believe we cooked a hot dog and the fire alarm didn't go off. Oh my goodness. All right. Our dog has opened up. It is ready to go in the bun. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Next goes on our miso slaw. We've got a little white bean paste miso, some rice wine vinegar, a little sugar, some garlic, lots of ginger, a little sesame oil. Oh, that's really, really good. Now, oh man, the flavors alone are just going to be really, really good together. Now the question is, what do I go on next with? I think we start with our Ponzu. Our Ponzu barbecue sauce. All right. So here we go. That's going to provide that umami flavor. It's going to give it just that toastiness and that goodness. I'm really excited about that. Next up, we are going to go on with our spicy mayo. Remember, that's got sriracha and red pepper powder. It's just kind of a classic flavor that you get on a lot of sushi rolls. And then finally, the wasabi. And I mean, look at that. That just looks so pretty.
I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty.
And what would it be without a little bit of this black sesame seed? I mean, that just really sets it off. And of course, we're gonna garnish with our red Fresno peppers. And that, my friends, oh, that is a gorgeous hot dog. That is beautiful. So, Wagyu beef hot dog, Japanese style, inspired by the Japanese Canadian hot dog cart Japadog, and we're about to find out how good this is gonna be. So we just gotta go in and grab a bite. Oh my goodness, everyone. Japanese hot dogs. Wagyu beef, juicy. I could tell it was getting all crisped up on the griddle. We've got our incredible, what is it called? What is it called? Our incredible miso-ginger slaw. Insane. We've got a ponzu. We've got our spicy sriracha mayo, wasabi, black sesame seeds, and red Fresno chilies. I mean, that is just a beautiful dog. If I do say so myself, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. We got to quit talking about it because we've got to go in. This milk bun's not getting any softer. My goodness, this could very well be one of the best hot dogs I've ever had. The spice is there. The spice is perfect. The umami of the ponzu is there. I'm getting goosebumps. Oh my God, this is such a good hot dog. The crisp crunch of the cabbage with the miso dressing and the ginger, the heat of the Fresno peppers, oh man, the toastiness of the sesame oil and the sesame seeds in there. This is unbelievable. And that Angus, I keep saying Angus, and that Wagyu beef hot dog, I mean, worth the 20 bucks. Worth the 20 bucks, you get 8 of them. Who cares? Live a little, spend a little bit on yourself. I'll tell you what, we gotta end this video right now because I wanna eat the rest of this thing. So remember, like, subscribe, ring that notification bell because you don't want to miss out on any of the fun while we're hanging in the bun. We'll see you next time. It's the Hot Dog Show.